Self-Love is the New Sexy, the podcast devoted to helping you overcome life's most painful and stubborn challenges so you can feel great, have more energy, and live stress-free every day. To reach your full potential, simply work with the powerful spiritual principles that are readily accessible to everyone. It's easier than you think, and on today's show, W. Mark Watts is going to show you how starting with self-love is the key to joyously and harmoniously making that happen.
Hey everybody, it's W. Mark Watts. Welcome and thank you for hanging out with me for another episode of Self-Love is the New Sexy. And today's episode is about practicing your winning plays in tough times. Practice your winning plays in tough times. Now, this, of course, is top of mind, as are many other things right now. However, I do definitely feel the need to kind of follow up and do a second episode that it fully, or at least more thoroughly, expresses my action plans during times that are tough, are fearful, are troubling, are confusing. You know, there's a playbook that you have to rely on. And over the years, I've developed a playbook, and some of it's my own. I've adopted and watched what other people, other winners do, what other people I admire do, what other people that have a really calm demeanor do, what other people that seem to strive and thrive in when times are tough. You know, people that make it to the other side, people that the leaders, influencers, people that are really able to help others, you know, when things can be a little bit chaotic. Those are all people that I watch and I connect with and that I've studied with and that I've worked with, you know. So throughout those, you know, trials and tribulations, I've developed a little playbook. So I want to give you just a few of the things that I rely on consistently, regardless of if things are chaotic or whether things are nice and calm, or if things are going well. It's still a playbook that I think may offer some helpful hints or tips that you may be able to apply. And so let's get into it. You know, when things go a different way than maybe we were expecting them to go, I always tend to fall back on my little playbook. And one of the first things that I've developed that I know really helps and works is that you have to do more of the things that keep you in a light mood, that make you smile, that make you laugh, that make you feel good. And you have to make a point to keep things light. So what do I mean? I mean, oftentimes when things develop that are displeasing or confusing to us, first thing that we let go of are those pleasurable things in our lives. We tend to forget about the things that really make us feel good, the things that we would do when times are great, when everyone's light and happy, when things are fun, which is the opposite to what we should be doing. So I want to invite you to definitely take a look at your activities right now. Take a look at your thoughts right now. Take a look at who you make the time to be around right now. Take a look at your attitude. Take a look at your dreams. Take a look at your plans. Do they still support you? Do they make you feel good? Do they give you something to work with? Or are they fertile ground? Or are they the type of ground that could destroy your dreams? So that's one thing you've got to do. So what do? I definitely continue to watch comedy. I keep things light. I think of good times. I think of the good things that I've been a part of in my life. I continue my gratitude practices. I'm thankful for my son. I'm thankful for my health, thankful for my family, thankful for the work that I get to do, the people that I know, places I've been and the places that I'm going. I'm thankful for the way that we work together when we're called upon. I'm thankful for the place that I live, having a car, and so on and so forth. I continue those things regardless of what's going on around me, because even though the things outside of my control might be a little chaotic, I have control over things on the inside here, inside my four walls, and more importantly, inside my body, inside my mind. I control that. I control what I do with that. So continue to keep it light, because that's the key, is you have to keep your vibration high and you have to keep it positive. And that's one of the easiest ways that I know to do it, is to do positive things that make you feel good. All right. Number 2 is focus more intently. Focus more intently. I'm a big sports fan, and when I've listened to various players talk, reporters will interview players about big plays that they make in a game or an event, a tournament, during crunch time, when times are tough, or when, situation doesn't look good, and these men and women make tremendous plays that help their team win. They ask them, what were you thinking about? And what was going on at the time? And almost to a T, these men and women all say, I wasn't thinking about anything, but I was focused on accomplishing the goal, whether it be making a basket, scoring a touchdown, scoring a soccer goal, or making a catch, or hitting a home run, or hitting the base, making the hit that moves the runners, that wins the game, or making that last pitch that strikes out the batter. Whatever it might be, they were focused. So now I'm asking you, inviting you to really focus on those things that you've decided are super important to you. So really, and narrow it down, because you can't, in times like this, you have to really make some choices, and you have to get, you have to pare down some of the things that you might have had your hands around, because it takes a little bit more effort and energy to stay healthy and to monitor what's going on around you than maybe you normally would. So that's going to take a little bit of mind share, but it still doesn't give you the license to move away from the focus that we have to have each and every day. So I still have to focus on my projects. I still have to focus on my podcast. I still have to focus on moving my agenda forward. I still have to focus on reaching more people, helping clients. I still have to focus on my health and what I eat, where I'm going. I have to focus on, making sure things are clean. I have to focus on my son, making sure he has what he needs and he's where he's supposed to be, and that he's in a good frame of mind. So those are things that I have to focus on. But simply because things are a little different right now doesn't give me an excuse to not focus in on those things. So focus in, continue to focus through, because that's what you do. That's what you've done in the past. And that's what we have to do right now, is focus, focus, focus. And lastly, practicing your winning plays. So I recall back in high school, I've been playing basketball and football since I was big enough really to even do either. And I remember in high school, my senior year in basketball, we were in a game, and the game was very tight. As a matter of fact, I think we were down by 1 point at the end of the game, and there were maybe 5 or 6 seconds left. And it was our ball, taking the ball out of bounds, and we had to score, of course, to win the game. And so We came out of the timeout. Coach had called the play. We all knew exactly what the play was, so I took the ball out, and we executed the play. And my best friend got the ball exactly where he was supposed to get the ball. We set picks the way we were supposed to set picks. Every pass was perfectly placed, and the shot was perfectly taken, and he made the shot. And we won that game by 1 point at the buzzer. So what's the point of that? It's we practiced our winning play. That was a winning play for us. So how did we get to that winning play? Well, starting in the beginning of the season, we started putting in plays, and we practiced certain plays for certain times. So we had plays that we could run at the end of a quarter when we didn't have much time, end of a half, end of the game, and various situational type events that could happen during the game, we had practiced plays for, so that when those times come, and they will, just like in life, there are going to always be challenges, regardless of how big or small they are. We would have plays that we could run, and everybody would be familiar with them, and that we could execute them and give ourselves the greatest chance for success, which in that particular instance worked out perfectly. There was no time we didn't really think about anything. We called the play. We knew what we were supposed to do. We executed, and we won. And so now what I need you to focus on, I invite you to focus on, is practice your winning plays. What are your winning plays? What do you do that wins, that helps you win each and every day, that has helped you win in the past, that really make you feel good and keep you on the path, on the road to where you're going? What are your winning plays? Now is the time to practice and execute those winning plays. My winning plays are understanding what the community needs and what I feel led to offer, and creating content around that. It's coaching clients. It's, again, connecting with my son, connecting with those in my environment. It's making sure that my house is clean. It's making sure that I feel good every day, that I'm taking care of myself. I'm getting the rest that I need. Those are my winning plays, and those are what I go to on a daily basis. So I invite you to really think about, what are your winning plays, especially if, things don't really look good. I'm experiencing just as many challenges as everybody else. So I have to really do these things that I'm talking with you about tonight, which is why I wanted to share them with you. What are your winning plays? Go to your winning plays. Because, again, things will shift, but we have to be active participants in that. So we got to do those things. So just think about it. Focus. Execute your winning plays. Keep your energy high. Keep it light. Do those things that make you feel good. And before you know it, things will mimic exactly what you're doing. That's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It's always a pleasure. Look forward to speaking with you all again very soon. Go practice your winning plays.
You've been listening to Self-Love is the New Sexy with W. Mark Watts. If you enjoyed today's show, be sure to tell a friend. Also, make sure you never miss an episode by subscribing to our show on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you listen to podcasts.